Hey there. All right, I'm in a new spot today. I'm not on the beach. I went by the beach this morning for sunrise and it was super crazy windy. Um, the kind of windy that the sand was blowing and like stinging as it hits your skin. And although I have been known to flow on some windy days and really enjoyed it, today I wanted you to be able to hear me, first of all, and I wanted a little more of a focused flow. I wanted to be able to get grounded and centered. I'm feeling a little distracted and a little sluggish. So here's a flow I'm putting together that will bring a little more energy, boost your vitality. And I found this gorgeous spot on this beautiful tree, which is also serving as inspiration for me. So we're going to have a little tree pose somewhere in this flow today. So this is going to be a quick one that we're going to boost our energy, discharge some energy, gain some energy, gain some focus, and gain some grounding. Let's start in a comfortable seated position. It may or may not start raining on me. I feel some slight little drops here, but there's also a piece of blue sky. We'll see what happens. Find both of those sits bones in a comfortable seat. Maybe a little sway side to side or forward and back to get connected with the earth or the ground. And then find some length up through your spine all the way through the crown of the head, but no stress or tension in the neck or shoulders. Maybe the tiniest bit of core engagement to keep the spine nice and straight and long. And you can either close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever you need to do to get focused and centered, and really just come into your own body. And maybe begin by noticing the sounds around you. Maybe noticing what are the furthest away sounds that you can hear. Depending on where you are, maybe you can hear vehicles or cars. Maybe you can hear sounds of nature, wind through the trees, or birds singing. Maybe you can hear voices of other humans. Just noticing everything you can hear. And then bringing that awareness further inward and beginning to notice your body. Maybe a quick little scan, noticing where you're holding any tension, noticing feet and ankles, noticing the legs and hips, noticing your torso and chest, noticing neck, shoulders, arms, and even noticing if you're holding any tension in your face or forehead. And then bringing that awareness even further inward and beginning to notice your breath without changing it at first, just noticing the natural rise and fall of the chest and belly, the pace and quality of the breath in this moment. And then maybe even noticing the pace and quality of your thoughts without attaching to them right now, without judging them, just noticing them. My thoughts are busy, or my thoughts are slow. My thoughts feel heavy, or my thoughts feel light. Just noticing. And then from here, we're going to make our way into a child's pose. Hands and knees first. And then knees coming a little wider than hip width apart. Big toes come to touch. And then sinking your hips back toward the heels. I like to kind of work them in there. And then begin to bring your torso down toward the mat. Option to come to forearms, or if you have the space available, maybe your forehead comes toward the mat. And giving yourself just a couple moments to be soft and heavy in this posture. And we'll begin a few mindful breaths. So taking a long, slow inhale through your nose. And as you slowly exhale out the nose, melting your heart a little bit more. Again, like that, big, long inhale. Super slow exhale. One more time, just like that. Big inhale. Slow exhale. From here, we'll make our way up to tabletop, hands and knees. And we'll do a little spine opening. So as you inhale, drop into cow, dropping the belly, gazing up, arching the back. And then as you exhale, find that scaredy cat spine, bringing the chin to the chest. Again, like that, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Again, inhale, arch the back, hips come up, shoulders come back. Exhale, create that C-shaped spine, chin to the chest. Two more like that, moving with your breath at your pace. Maybe getting a little deeper into the posture with each breath. And coming back to a neutral tabletop. From here, we'll just find our first down dog, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up and back. It's beautiful to have a gentle bend in the knees here. And then we'll bend the right knee a lot, press back through the left heel. And then bend the left knee a lot and press back through the right. And switch. And switch. Come back to center, maybe a little sway side to side, wagging your tail. Shifting weight from left to right. And come back to center again. Gaze forward between the hands and just gently step the feet to the top of the mat. Finding a forward fold. You can have a generous bend in your knees here. And then option to grab opposite elbows. Right hand grabbing the left hand grabbing the right. Maybe a little sway side to side or forward and back. Opening up the backs of the legs. And continuing to have that mindful breath. Long, slow inhale. Really slow exhale. Come back to center. Next inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring it all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Pausing here for just a moment in mountain pose. Grounding down through both feet. Feeling a really strong foundation beneath you. Then feeling some engagement in the legs. Engagement in the core. Nice long spine. Really feel right hand touching left hand at your center. And taking just a moment to set an intention for your practice. How do you want to show up today? How do you want to show up for yourself? How do you want to show up in the world? What's the energy you'd like people to engage with when they see you? Take a long, slow inhale. And a really slow exhale. Arms come to your sides, palms facing forward, mountain pose. And from here we'll flow, sun salutation. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up, hands meet at the top. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold with a flat back. As you come into that forward fold, we'll make our way into a halfway lift, lengthening the spine. So fingertips on the shins, crown of the head reaching forward, heart shining forward. Inhale here. Exhale, fold, let that go. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank and lower, halfway for chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to extend the right toes up to the sky, opening up that right hip. Reaching those toes high. Option to circle the ankle or bend the knee and circle the hip. One way and then the other. And then extending those toes super high to the sky. Again, come high on the bottom set of toes. Inhale, bring that knee forward, knee to nose. Exhale, press it back. Let's do that again. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, press it back. Same way, come high on the toes, except this time knee to nose, and then gently place the right foot down between the hands. From here, we'll lower that back knee down, untuck the back toes. Keep the left hand down, bring the right hand up, twist. Twisting from the center of the body. Each inhale finds a little length in the spine. Each exhale finds a little more twist. One more full breath here. Then the right hand comes down, framing the right foot. From here, we're just going to shift back to a half split. So straightening that front leg, bringing the hips over the left knee, and then folding forward over the right leg. Deep hamstring stretch. Let's use our breath. Long, slow inhale. Sends breath to the back of the right leg. Exhale, find some softness and some space. One more breath just like that. And then you can stay exactly where you are, or option to walk your hands around to the right side if you'd like a little more sensation. Come back to center. Bend into that right knee. Tuck the back toes under. Elevate the back knee. Step the back foot forward to meet the front forward fold. Inhale brings it up. Exhale to the heart. And we'll do the same thing, other side. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, forward fold, bring it down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step or hop back to plank and lower. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Same thing, other side. Let's extend those left toes up to the sky, opening up the left hip. Option here to circle the ankle or bend the knee and circle the hip. One way and then the other. Then extend those left toes to the sky, come high on the bottom set of toes. Inhale, knee to nose, shift forward. Exhale, press it back. Let's do that again. High on the bottom toes. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, press it back. This time we're going to step that foot forward between the hands, but we'll use that same method. High on the bottom toes. Inhale, knee to nose. And then gently place the left foot down. Back knee comes down. Untuck the back toes. Right hand stays down. Left hand comes up. Twist. Long, slow inhale. Really slow exhale. One more like that. Left hand comes down, framing that foot. Shift back. Hips over the right knee, straightening the front leg. And then folding in. Inhale sends breath to the back of the left leg. Exhale finds a little more space. A little more softening. Noticing all the places you feel sensation. And an option to walk the hands around to the left side. Long, slow inhale. Really slow exhale. Come back to center. Bend into that left knee. Step the right foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale brings it up. Exhale, hands to heart. From here, we're going to make our way into our first warrior two. So I'm going to step that right foot back, but I'm going to face the back of the mat. So the right toes are pointing backward. The left foot is parallel to the front of the mat. Arms extended in both directions. Deep bend in the right knee. Back leg is straight. And if we drew a line from the front foot to the back foot, we'd make an uppercase letter T. And then really reaching arms in both directions. Gazing over those front fingertips. Take a long, slow inhale. And a really slow exhale. From here, we'll reverse the warrior. Turn the front hand, palm facing up, and then bring that hand up and over. Hey, what do you know? My clouds went away. The sky's all blue now. Big inhale. Slow exhale. Come back to center. Really feeling grounding down through both of those feet. Straighten the front leg. From here, we'll find triangle pose. Sometimes I like to shorten the stance a little. Both legs are straight, but feet are still in that T position. And we'll reach those right fingertips forward as the left hip comes back. And when you've reached as far as you can, left hand comes down, right hand comes up. Now, resisting the urge to really dump into that front arm. So sometimes I don't even really touch that front shin. I just put the hand next to it. We want to be using our obliques, using the strength of our core. Big inhale. Slow exhale. Bring it back up to center. From here, turn the right set of toes to face the same direction as the left, and then turn the left toes to face the front of the mat. And come into a warrior two on this side. So again, that bend in that left knee tracking open, opening the hip. But we're also using the blade edge of that back foot. Arms reaching in both directions. Warrior two. Big inhale. Slow exhale. And then we'll reverse that warrior. Turn the front hand over. Bring it up and over. One full breath right here. Come back to center. We'll find that triangle pose. Straightening that front leg. Maybe shortening the stance. And then shifting fingertips forward. Left hand down, right hand up. Spiraling the rib cage open to the sky. Big inhale. Slow exhale. One more. Come back to center. Hands to the hips. Turn those left toes to face the side. And then just walk the feet a little bit closer toward each other so that you can safely step together. And from here, we're going to step gently to the top of the mat. Now I want to find a chair, but this time we're going to find a chair with our feet about hip width apart. So deep bend in the knees, sweep the arms down and up. Sitting back deeply in that chair, bring hands to heart center. And from here, we're going to find a figure four position. So really shifting that weight into the heels. Begin by lifting that left ankle up, and then we're going to place it on the right knee, allowing that left knee to open out to the left. And then maybe see how low you can get. And then maybe your fingertips can come to the mat. And if you get those fingertips down, begin to straighten that right leg any amount. Continuing to open that left knee out to the left. Long, slow inhale wherever you are. And a really slow exhale. Then bend into that right knee again. Gaze forward at something that's not moving. Challenge yourself for balance. Bring hands to heart center. And then just release that left foot. Forward fold, let it go. Maybe a little sway side to side. And then inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And we'll prepare for the other side. So this time, feet about hip width apart again. Find that chair pose. Sitting deeply in that chair. Hands come to heart center. Shift some weight into the heels. Lift that right foot. And then bringing that right ankle on the left knee. Flexing that floating foot creates a lot of stability. So really action in that foot. Don't let it just flop there. You can help it up a little. And then bend down as much as you can or want. And then maybe fingertips to the mat. And then straightening the bottom leg any amount. Long, slow inhale as that right knee opens to the right. Long, slow exhale. One more like that. Then bending the left knee, finding something to gaze at that's not moving. Finding that balance challenge to bring it back up. And then let the right foot go, forward fold. From here, let's walk the feet a little bit wider. And we're going to bend both knees a lot. So much that your chest and belly can come toward your thighs. And then use peace sign fingers and your thumbs to hook the big toes. Head hangs heavy. Elbows opening out to the sides. And then begin to straighten the legs any amount. Shifting some weight toward the toes. If you've got a lot of opening in the back of the legs, you can use the leverage of the toes onto the fingers to pull you in a little more. Releasing tension in your neck, shake your head a little yes, and shake your head a little no. One more breath right here. Then bend the knees a little, release the fingers. A little sway side to side again. Come back to center. From here, we're going to ragdoll to standing. So arms and head are hanging heavy. And begin to come up with the core engaged, stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. Head and arms come up last. Well, head and shoulders. And as you arrive at the top, shoulders come up and back, arms at your sides. Mountain pose. Tadasana. Take one full inhale. And one full exhale. And from here, we're going to find our balance challenge of the day, dedicated to this beauty, tree pose. I'm going to do one facing the camera and one facing away from the camera so you can see the difference in how we create this posture and how it looks. So I'll start this way. So we're going to begin getting really heavy in that right leg. So really feel the imprint of that right foot on the ground or mat beneath you. Getting heavy in it, feeling all four corners of the foot. And then feel really tall through your spine with some core engagement. Bring hands to the hips. Then gaze forward at something that's not moving, that's at about eye level. Don't look at me, I am moving. And then from here, just bring that left knee up to start. Just finding your balance. Action in the floating foot, hugging that hip in to start. And then from here, you can make a choice for tree pose. So you're going to open the left knee out to the left. And you can have foot at the ankle. It acts kind of like a kickstand. Or for a little more balanced challenge, you can bring that foot up a little. Maybe onto the calf. Or if you like to bring the foot a little higher, you could try it inside the thigh. We never want the foot on the knee though, so it either needs to be calf or thigh or at the ankle. And then press the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Keep looking at something that's not moving. Try to bring those hands to heart center. And then option to grow your branches. Maybe a little sway. Maybe find something pretty with the arms that you like. If you fall out, you can come back in. Wherever you are, long, slow inhale. Really slow exhale. And then gently bring everything back down. Shake that out, let it go. And whatever did or did not happen, we get to try again on the other side. As promised, I'll show you a different position. So this time we're getting really heavy in that left foot. Feel the imprint of that foot on the ground or mat. Feel length all the way through your spine. Core is engaged, hands to the hips. Gaze forward at something that's not moving and lift the right foot, finding your balance. And then from here, open the right knee out to the right, and the same options, ankle, calf, or thigh. And as you find the spot that works for you on this side today, find your stability and bring hands to heart center. And then maybe grow the branches. Long, slow inhale. Really slow exhale. One more if you've got it in you. Let it go, release everything down. Step to the top of the mat, mountain pose. One more vinyasa before we settle onto the ground. When you're ready, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold, bring it down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step or hop back, plank or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. From here, gently bring knees down. We'll just make our way to seated in any way that works for you. And from seated, we're going to bend both knees, feet about hip width apart. And we'll do one boat pose. So options for boat pose are here. You can start with hands behind the thighs and find that little lean back. We want a nice long spine, so no hunching over, lifting through the heart center. And then option to bring arms to the sides, and further option to lift the feet any amount, or even straighten the legs. But finding what works for you today in this moment, which may not be what worked for you yesterday, and whatever you can do with a smile on your face. Big inhale. And then exhale, maybe lower as slowly as you can all the way to your back. From here, we'll hug both knees in. A little rock side to side, massaging the sacrum. And then we're going to find a spinal twist. So from here, we're going to find a spinal twist first with the knees coming to the left. But I like to bring my hands down to the mat, shift my hips a little bit to the right, and then bring knees to the left. And then bring that right arm out to the right, gazing to the right. Allowing your energy to settle here. This posture is not about effort or work. We can let gravity do the work here. We get all the benefits without any force or pull. You want your shoulders both on the mat, If that means your knees don't come all the way down to the ground on the other side, that's okay. They can float there. Allowing your breath to settle in its natural rhythm. And come back to center with both knees. Hug them in again. And from here, we'll spinal twist the other way. So again, I like to bring hands to the mat, shift my hips to the left, and then bring knees to the right. And then left arm to the left, gaze to the left. Noticing if this side feels any differently than the other. Twisting postures are so beneficial for us. I recommend doing this spinal twist every single day. It's a great thing to do before bedtime. Releasing toxins that are stored in the body. It aids in digestion. Aids in stress relief. Can help to lower blood pressure. And simple little twists. So many benefits. Come back to center one more time. Hug knees in again. Maybe bringing your head up towards your knees, giving yourself a big hug. Inhale as you squeeze everything in, making yourself really small. And then exhale, releasing the legs long, letting them come a little wider than hip width apart. Feet falling open to the left and right. Arms at your sides with your palms facing up. Challenging yourself to find a few moments of stillness. Vrksasana. I encourage you to stay in this posture for as long as feels appropriate for you. But if you're ready to come out, you can make your way back up to a seated posture. Comfortable seat with one or both legs crossed. Same way we began today. Finding that nice tall spine. Maybe taking just a moment to notice how you feel right now. Notice if you find any shift from when we began. And if you do, knowing that you created that and it is always available to you. From here, we're going to inhale the arms up one more time. Hands meet at the top. And then bring them directly in front of your forehead. May my thoughts be peaceful and loving. And bring hands in front of the lips. May my words be peaceful and loving. And hands to heart center. May I feel peace and love in my heart. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.